Tim Parrish.
Here.
Rita Drain.
Here. Number 4, public comments, 3 minutes per person. Anything?
Does it need to be off the agenda, or can it be,
Agenda items only.
okay, and then I'm
Yeah.
looking at number 12, which is public comment,
Yes.
so do I have to wait till then, because it's not an agenda item? Okay.
Go ahead.
I do, thank
Okay.
you. So Kelly Wagner, coming to talk about stoplight again. So, first I wanna say thank you, thanks for putting that on the agenda as a resolution, I really appreciate it. So I wanted to let you know, I just got back, from the District 155 operations meeting, and they discussed the stoplight. And I'd say 95% sure that they're gonna put a resolution on next week for the District 155 board to say they support a stoplight at that section of Dvorak and walk up. Obviously, nobody's committing any money yet, but that's good to know that Crystal Lake, the township, the road district, the school district, and hopefully you guys can all say yes, that you want the stoplight. I think it's really important for student safety. I will spare you, or I'll spare you reading some of the comments that, I had 417 responses on my survey, and I have a great letter from a teacher who's also a driver's ed teacher who says it needs to be happen there. So I also wanted to let you know, just an update real quick, where we're kinda held up in the county is who owns Dvorak. So I kind of think, this doesn't have to be an issue, because if we do an intergovernment agreement between the county and Nunda and District 155, then there's just agreement that the county can use whatever they need to install that stoplight. And when it does come to money, I found a federal grant, which I emailed to Lena, and I hope she forwarded to you guys, that is for safety, would be for pedestrian safety, car, and bicyclists, and I'm gonna look into that to see who can actually apply, what government body can apply. School districts sounded interested in possibly applying for that. So the deadline for that's in September, so I'm gonna take another look at that. And Scott Henning from the Transportation Department had already seen that, so he was up to speed. And then, as we get farther, we can talk more about money, but I just wanted to give you an update. And District 155 obviously said they supported, the board supports it, the school superintendent. So I just hope it goes from there. Thank you for having it as a discussion item on the agenda today.
When's their meeting?
Next Tuesday night.
Next Tuesday?
That's with county?
No, the 155.
Well, the county has one, but 155 has their
Oh,
meetings.
okay.
They always have the meetings the same night as the county, so I can never go.
Anything else? Alright, seeing none. Number 5, review and approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting dated Thursday, June 9th. Motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion, comments? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Number 6. We have a transfer for the assessor's office, transferring $700 from contingencies to computer expense. Any questions? Or let's do the motion. Let's do a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Discussion, comments?
Did he explain what he was doing? Why?
To me, no.
Okay.
What, I called him. This is the one going from computer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, I need to call him again, but he got new software, and then he also added a user to CoStar, cause he has a new hire. But that is bringing his, monthly fee, which was around $600, it's bringing it up to $1,085 every month because he's added this user, which I don't think he budgeted for. I mean, he had his budget real tight.
Yeah.
So, that is gonna be a new monthly fee. from here on out. So he might be having these line item transfers every month. But he did get some new software. And then there was another figure that he had, which I thought might have been some kind of a duplication, but it wasn't. Then he hired a consultant that, trained them on that software so that they wouldn't have so many glitches. He figured the additional training would be less money than the hours they would have making mistakes, trying to learn a new system. But, I just, that CoStar, he's just gonna be short $400 or $500 every month from here to the rest of the year, or till the end of the new budget.
That's the CoStar.
Yeah.
That's under publications, that's not under computer.
Oh, well, so the computer was the new software, which was almost $3,000, and then he had spent, between last month and this month, almost $1,500 with the training. So that would be a one-time thing. Well, the new software, I think, is a yearly fee. If I understood him correctly. It's an annual license of almost $2,700. But, I mean, he can adjust for that on his next budget. It's just this, he took the CoStar, that's not a publication, we didn't do a transfer there, it's just in the computer, okay.
So your concern is gonna run too lean?
Yeah, well, he was running real lean anyway,
Yeah.
so we just might have a couple more of these before the end of the fiscal year.
Any other questions, discussion?
No, that's what I had, the same ones, but Mrs. Tinus, answered them for me.
They must have been busy over there, because it took me a long time to get through.
All right, then roll call, please.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Karen Tinus.
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Johanna Donahue.
Yes.
Lita Drain,
Yes. Motion carries. Number 7, township warrants in the amount of $20,587.97 for approval tonight, July 14th.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, questions, comments? Nothing? All right, roll call when you're ready.
Johanna Donahue,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Karen Tinus.
Yes.
Lita Drain,
Yes, motion carries. Number 8, road district warrants for approval in the amount of $264,802.39 for approval tonight, July 14th. Motion?
Motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Discussion? Comments, questions?
He's not here, but I saw there was a bill on there again to move a piece of equipment.
So I was saying.
Curious what that piece of equipment was, where it went.
For what bill?
It was
McHenry
McHenry
excavating.
excavating for $250. And we've seen that in the past, and just curious. So we just get an answer on that eventually.
Anything else? Seeing nothing else, roll call when you've got it.
Karen Tinus,
Yes.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Johanna Donahue.
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Lita Drain,
Yes, motion carries. Number 9, review and approval of resolution 07142022 supporting red light at Fork and Walkup. In the past, they've been read. I don't feel the need to read the whole resolution. It's just, unless someone wants to read it. It's just in support of, for safety reasons, that we agree that a light should go in there. What?
Sorry, it's on the front page.
Let me ask a question. Would anyone accept me amending that bold statement to say a resolution supporting the study of the installation of a traffic signal on Walkup Avenue? Because somebody has to determine the need and what the plan is and all that stuff.
Hasn't the
before we-
study been done?
No, that doesn't have, it's not required for safety reasons.
For the grant application or what?
Oh, just in general. It's not, a study's not required if it's for safety reasons.
For the grant. It's to deem safety reason.
No, I'm just saying in general, when it comes to installation of stoplights. Usually they do a warrant to see if the stoplight is warranted, they do a study,
but if it's for safety, they don't have, they can bypass that study.
Okay.
Are you rescinding the motion?
No, I was just a general question, if anybody would, before I asked.
So, do we have to have a motion before we have discussion? Or no?
Oh, we probably should, let's do motion,
Motion.
Second.
discussion.
Okay.
Thank you, Karen.
Well, I got lost there for a minute.
Any other comments, questions, concerns?
I will approve this, but my concern is what are we tying ourselves into without having a full understanding of what people that are gonna fund this are gonna do.
It's got nothing to do with funding, it's just saying we agree that
It's
for
a
safety
issue.
purposes, it needs to be done.
Unfortunately, the road commissioner is not here because I asked him at the last meeting to please look into the viability of a right turn, right out, because that's an immediate fix, and less than $2,000, it solves the majority of what the problem is here. I was hoping you'd give us a report tonight before this, but that didn't happen, so. I will agree to what we have here, but, yeah, just let me put in what my concerns are.
Any other discussions? Roll call, please.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Johanna Donahue,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Karen Tinus.
Yes.
Lita Drain,
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any new business?
This kids.
Any new business? Any old business?
Did you get a fridge?
No, you know what, I have not.
Looking at me.
You know what else I haven't gotten? A library. Look at all those books. Come on, Rob.
I'll
It's
bring
new
It's sitting in my
books.
garage, my wood shop upstairs, half done.
All right,
But
but
do you need books?
oh my gosh, there's 2 boxes of them in the
Oh.
closet.
I didn't
I
say
finally
no.
found someone that will actually take them. The store in Crystal Lake won't.
Oh, they won't?
Mm-mm. So she gave me a number to call.
Can you give me that number? Cause I have a
Yes.
former first grade teacher that has
Oh, yeah.
walls of books.
If they can't find a home for them, they recycle. There's like 3 steps. Sounds really cool what they do. So yeah, I'll email it to you tomorrow.
She was also waiting for the little library.
Yeah. Yeah, the seniors bring them every week. And it's like, oh, please. Somebody. I told my daughter I'll build one. She laughed. So did I. Number 12, public comments. 3 minutes. You got 3
I got
minutes.
3 minutes, okay, well, can I have his 3 minutes too if I need it?
We'll see how that goes.
Okay, this should be pretty quick.
Trisha, can you state your name and? your
Trisha
address?
Myers, I was gonna get there, Joni.
Oh wait, let me restart. That was wait.
Yes,
Stop.
she starts over.
Reset. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Okay, first, I just wanna thank you all for, what you do for our community. And, my name is Trisha Myers, this is my husband Paul, and we live on South Street in Burton's Bridge. And, right now, we are in the middle of a road construction cluster.
Yeah.
It's a cluster. It's horrible. We're here tonight because of the concerns, surrounding our home, surrounding our 3 roads that are under construction. And just transparency wise, I am a trustee on the Burton's Bridge board, but this has nothing to do with that. This is completely personal for what's going on in front of my home. So, the first thing is, there was no notice, no communication from Mike at all, that this was even gonna happen. Woke up one morning, there are trucks everywhere, and my road is being torn up. I don't know if it's a common thing to have to notify the people who live on the streets. It would have been nice, so that we could have been prepared for it. Why is the project being done? I can't seem to get an answer about why any of this is being done. So I didn't know that there was a problem. I've been there for 12 years, 13 years. We haven't had any issues. I guess it's a drainage issue. But, on multiple occasions, I was unable to get out of my driveway. Well, I could get out of my driveway, but the two side streets I need to take were completely blocked. I couldn't get any farther than the three houses, my neighbor's house, my house, and my other neighbor's house. That was extremely frustrating. One morning I was so frustrated, I drove around construction equipment through an empty tree lot. I was just irritated. And they were like, oh, hold on a minute. I'm like, I'm not holding on, I'm going. And I just quit. And I have a little car. This really doesn't have anything to do with you guys, because I know it was a contractor that this happened with, and I should have probably dealt with that at that time, but I was just irritated. But there were a few times where he basically, for all other words, I was sexually harassed. He called me honey many times. There was one morning where I took his truck to work, and as I'm backing out, and I'm having to wait again to get on the road so I can get to work, he's like, oh, your hubby let you take his truck this morning. I wanted to get out and flatten him. You know, it's not his truck, it's, you know, I mean, it was just extremely unprofessional on his part. And, so that was just irritating. But, we've watched these, cause I'm home for the summer, he's retired. We have watched them do things one day and come back and rip it up the next. Or done something and let it sit for 2 or 3 days and come and rip it up again. So nobody knows what they're doing. It's very comical to watch them, because, and I know it's not these guys, they're just doing what they're told. And I know they're frustrated with the neighbors, because we've backed off, but we were kind of giving them a hard time in the beginning, because we, again, couldn't get out. I was stuck. And again, that's an emergency situation. And that goes back to, like, right now, Johnson Street. If you turn on it off of Blossom, maybe a quarter of the way down, a third of the way down, it's completely blocked all the way across with construction horses.
What's the name of that street?
Johnson. There's no signage that says the road is closed or that you can't get through. Last night I turned on it, came home from grocery shopping, turned, I'd back all the way back up, because you can't see it when you turn, you know, it's until you're already there. I did call the fire department last night and let them know about it. I was concerned for that. I'm a fire department kid, I grew up fire department, so those kind of things come to my attention. And the fire department did drive through last night. The way things are set up right now with the manhole covers and the cones, like in the middle of the road, I'm not sure a fire truck could get past it. Do you think a fire truck can get past it? Yeah, unless they're
It's
driving
like,
on somebody's yard or
There's also
something
no
like that.
streetlights back there either.
Oh, there's
is there?
nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing, and these construction horses don't have lights on them. So,
No reflective?
No,
they have the reflective, the reflective
Just no-
white and
but no
orange,
lights.
but there are no lights. So, and my street is one of the longest streets in the subdivision, it goes from the river all the way up. So
Did you
if
say you were in
somebody's,
Blossom?
I'm on South,
You're in South.
yeah, which is about the same as, you know,
I don't even know where South
but if you
is.
come up around the river and come up at night, you're not gonna see those.
Right.
And then you're gonna hit these manhole covers or whatever they are that are sticking out of the ground because they're, whatever, not done yet. The other thing is, the road is extremely high now. It wasn't like that before. So now our biggest concern is, are we gonna have water in our garage? Because it's gonna go right off the road. I mean, just right now, it's what, 2 inches maybe, from the driveway to the road?
5.
Okay.
They went up 5 inches, and they still got.
And they still have to put more,
2 more inches.
yeah. So what's my driveway gonna look like? I mean, so there's been no communication. I've talked to Casey once, I've tried to talk to Mike on multiple times. I've left messages. His voicemail's full. You can't leave a message. I did call once, and I think I talked to Mrs. Drain, and then Casey called me. But that was, I had to call someone else to get him to call me. So, and it's not just me, it's my block. It's, you know, the whole neighborhood is, the 3 streets, very frustrated.
Leave me, before you leave me your phone number, would you please?
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't really answer these questions for you.
I
What
know
are the-
that I've been to many school board
And I
meetings,
gave you
so
7 minutes, so.
Yeah.
Thank you
What's,
very
what's
much.
the 3 streets though? It's South and it's
South
Johnson?
South Johnson and Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Are these all improvements that Nunda Township Road District is in there doing?
Yes.
Is this okay. It has
Yes.
nothing to do with what the.
Not the
Cornell is doing out on
176.
I know.
176.
No, it has nothing to do with
No, I know,
176.
Mike has taken me through there, and I know that I'm ignorant to this, so he tries to educate me. But it was a drainage issue and a lot of flooding.
Where?
That's-
Like I said,
right.
he drove me
We would love
through,
to talk to Mike and
you
have
know,
him explain it to
okay.
us, because I don't know where.
yeah.
I have one of the lowest lots, and I've never had.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't understand.
understand.
It's just that there's been such a lack of communication.
Okay.
And
I'll-
that he will not respond.
I'll talk to, just leave me your phone number tonight, okay?
Thank you very much for
Sure.
listening.
So
And
what,
again,
what
thank
was
you
the
for what you
impact of
do.
the 5 inches, 7 inches of mix that was put on in front of your house? Is it, it's pitch, was it
My
pitch out
drive-
before?
My driveway's like this.
Yes, the road was
The
paved
road was
before.
even with.
No,
my
but it
driveway.
was, the water was headed out to the road before, or was always stayed on
No,
your
no,
property?
the road was even with my driveway.
Okay.
Now the road's this much higher, and they still have 2 more inches to put on.
Right.
So now everything's gonna go right down my driveway, right into my garage.
At the center line of the road, is it shaped like this in a crown, or is it sheet drain running one way or
It's,
the other?
it's ground.
So you're getting road water now?
I'll be getting all kinds of water now.
I mean, we haven't gotten
And
anything
well, I'm not
yet,
the only
but-
one.
Yeah.
Right, this affects, you know, I don't know how it affects people on Illinois and Johnson, but it affects people in South. So,
That's unfortunate, because I didn't know that the project was going on at all. There was no information for us,
yeah.
which I apologize for.
That's okay,
Yes.
again, that's why we're here, because, you know, I know how school boards work, so I was like, and I happened to just notice you guys had a meeting tonight, and I was like, what's up? We need to somehow resolve this.
Just leave me your address and your phone number.
Okay, thank you.
Who, was calling you behind? I was kind of,
Yeah,
It
what-
was a contractor, it was not a Nunda, it was not a Nunda employee, because I would have jumped on that big time.
okay.
But, you know, but it was every morning, and it was, and then the morning that he did the whole, you know, oh, he let you take his truck, I said, I just want to get out.
And that was the state project that?
No, no, this was
The
the,
contractor
it
for
must have
this.
been a contractor, yeah. You know, I mean, which has nothing to do with you guys, but I just wanted to throw that
Oh.
out, that, you know,
You
it's,
should know that. We'll let them know.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I got to school one morning and I was so irritated. You know, without, you know, I could get out, and then he starts in with all this, and I just don't handle that well.
Tricia, I'm sorry, you said the construction's on South Blossom?
Illinois,
In Illinois?
And Johnson.
Johnson.
In Johnson?
Not
Yeah, not
Blossom.
Blossom.
Not Blossom?
That was me. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We'll be in contact.
Thank you.
Number 13, reports. I don't really have anything. Windows still are not in. I am requesting again that if someone cannot attend the meeting, to please let me know, because we had 2 out again last month.
I like that.
Just to avoid any problems that we need a special meeting. I would love, if anyone needs my cell or email or anything, just let me know. That is all I have. Joni?
I have nothing.
Karen, we'll start with you.
I am good, I really don't have anything. I hope everyone's having a safe summer.
What'd you say?
A safe summer. Enjoy it while it lasts.
It's almost school.
I know. The high school starts August
I know.
11th.
11th.
It's
For
crazy.
now, it's stressed me out.
Johanna?
I had a new business thing, can I bring it up real quick? I forgot to bring it up. I had a homeowner contact me about a obstructed stop sign at Half Mile and Terracotta. She said she's, Half Mile and Terracotta, she said she's contacted, the road district a couple times. She has a new, driver, her son is a new driver, and she's contacted a couple times to have his stop sign cleared.
Terracotta.
Yeah, she said Half Mile and Terracotta.
It's kind of like right over here.
That's what I'm reading, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
she
like
said,
when you come in off
Go
of
out
Half
the back.
Mile.
it's a very it's
By
overgrown from
Terracotta
the house on the
Industries.
corner.
Oh, right by the sod farm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she said there's a house that's there that it's overgrowth, there's a lot of overgrown.
At the house or on the road?
She just
Cause
said-
they just boomed big time over there. Cause I
Okay.
had a call. When did you get the call?
July 6th.
Oh, I think it's been
So it's
taken
been
care
taken
of
care
since
of?
then.
Okay, I just wanted to bring it up.
I had a
because she-
gentleman call the day they were booming about that.
Okay.
and I'll go look again,
I'll follow up then.
but, yeah, just ask. If not, call me.
Okay, thank you.
But I'm pretty sure that's been taken care of.
Thank you.
There's been a lot of calls on one side, for, the state roads too,
That's what she, yeah, okay.
big time.
Over, yeah. Okay. So other than that, reports for me is nothing. Thank you for doing that, and thank you for coming and bringing that up.
Thank you for listening, greatly appreciate
And
it.
thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tim?
I thank you too, I don't have high school or anyone, but I thank you.
I just want to apologize to the board. First meeting I missed for the record in 5 years almost. Yeah, I didn't contact you, Lita. It was a last minute thing. For the record as well, I coach high school basketball. I got thrown into a JV situation where I had to coach JV summer league at the last minute, and they needed a coach. So unfortunately, that obligation, it's a paid obligation. I had to do that, so I apologize to the board. I mean, again, I have not missed one in 5 years.
I don't
It
think
just,
we've
it just,
ever
it
gotten
just
a meeting where
scares
we
me
didn't have a
if
quorum.
you guys
but-
just text me or anything, and it always happens when you're not here.
I know,
So
yeah,
stop
the
that.
day I had COVID, so I was like, I'm not risking getting
Yeah.
anyone else sick.
It just scares me because this is our only time to approve bills, so that's all I ask. I just would like to be,
Yeah, I don't plan on missing any more. I've missed one in 5 years almost.
Yeah, as long as I've been doing this, I don't think we've been ever not had a
I
quorum.
know, but it still scares me.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, that was close.
It concerns me,
Yeah.
that's all.
I'd like to thank them all for coming. Kelly, you're doing good work, and I apologize that you're going through that.
You didn't call me last
I can
time.
only imagine having a
It's a lot.
manhole zigzag go through
Well,
solid
and then
course.
this has been going on since, Hazel. Yeah, that's why it's so frustrating. I don't understand why whatever's happening is taking this long. I don't know exact dates, cause I really didn't pay attention, but it has been since April, so.
Rob?
Well, things haven't been going very well in other spots in Nunda Township. I had a resident call me and ask me if I knew what was going on Colby Point Road and Justin Road.
That's me.
Okay. The road district was building a giant retaining wall, we're supposed to be in the maintenance business. We're supposed to be in the maintenance business of maintaining roads, snow plowing, and whatever else we need to do. This was for Mike. My understanding from one of the residents that was sitting at the stopped flagger is they were building a wall that was 6 blocks high, and those are 2,000 to 3,000 pounds apiece. And somebody bumped it, and it fell over and just about crushed one of our laborers. And my concern is, we have insurance, but the more I looked into it, and the more I went the next day to see what went on, it turned into a total panic. All the blocks were harvested off the road and taken down the street and stacked. Topsoil was brought in the overnight and bermed back up. And if you go through the pictures and look, you can see the giant blocks tipped over laying on Justin Road. And the next picture, you can see all the blocks that were taken down the road and restacked in a panic. And then you look to see whose excavator was there. The one that we're not supposed to be leasing or using.
Yep.
And we saw tonight in the warrants for payment that he lowboyed this backhoe from Nunda Township, so it was already still here, to Colby Point Road.
Is this
So
our
I-
road commissioner?
Yeah. So then here's the final product the next morning. I was there at 5:33 and there were 2 Nunda trucks sitting there with topsoil on them, trying to cover up the mess. I mean, here's my concern. Let's say the laborer was killed. Is there any liability on us in the fact that we had an agreement that he wouldn't be using or leasing or using fuel in his backhoe anymore? And then this happens? I don't know, I'm frustrated to see that this is what we're doing. And having built walls like this before, I can tell straight out, he didn't do it right. There's no dead men, there's no geogrid holding the blocks in place. He filled it all with washed stone, which just went, no support. And my God, if we would've killed somebody, we would've all been on the news. We'd all be sued. I know you say we have insurance, but there's attorneys out there that will hunt us down because we're sitting in these chairs and come after us.
Attorneys everywhere.
So, and I looked through their bills here, there were 90 blocks out there that were stacked. 90 times 3,000 pounds? I mean, that's, you know, like dropping an anvil on a bug. And unfortunately, he's not here, and I did bring him pictures because I wanted him to explain why was this backhoe out there and why are we building walls? But he's not here, so I will save it for the next time, and we'll talk about it at his next.
Is it something that we can put on the agenda for the next meeting?
I don't know if that's an agenda item.
Or we can bring it up as old business?
We can just bring it up during his road commissioner's report when he's here, and just talk about it.
find out.
I wanna know where he got the validation to do this. Where did he
Well, we
have?
agreed in here that he wasn't gonna use this anymore, and.
He told us it wasn't an option anymore.
Right,
That's
and
what his
now it's
wife
there.
said. Right.
So
And
that
we are
means that we're
lowballing
still
it.
paying for fuel, we're still paying
Correct.
for insurance, we're still
Correct.
paying to move it, which
Correct.
we agreed in that meeting he was not gonna do anymore.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
You said these blocks were building a wall, like a retention wall?
Yes.
So by you.
On
So by you.
Justin?
At Colby Point.
Karen, this is right by your house.
Uh-huh. I live off of Colby Point.
Have you seen it?
I did not see this. And then the blocks were stacked there, and I do believe they're gone now.
Right.
They were on the side of the road for a while. I don't remember seeing the backhoe, but, so like, do you know how long it was there? But you know, I,
No idea. The resident told me it was the orange backhoe that was doing
did
it.
they, but I didn't really pay attention either. I mean, when I'm trying to go in and out, there's a lot of, Nunda vehicles, and it was one lane. So, you know, I'm just trying to maneuver and make sure I'm not gonna hit another car. You don't remember seeing
My
it, but I did
concern
not
is-
see this.
Right, my concern is it was his backhoe, and my other concern was, are we permitted, do we have structural drawings to allow us to build 6 block high retaining walls? And I, you know, from knowing what I know in the industry, this is not correct. There's nothing there to hold that wall back. At the 3rd block, you have to put a geogrid that goes down, and you backfill it in. It's almost like it holds it so it can't move. And then the 5th block, you do it again. And that's not here. There's no pinning, there's no offsetting. I mean, you look at those blocks are all the way upside down and flip. And the
Yeah.
ones out the road, it looks like, because you can see the scraping in the road, that some have been pushed away already.
Where are the blocks now?
I don't know, we paid,
How much did we paid all that for
we
those? So
paid
where are they?
almost $5,000 for all those blocks.
I do know, just even having this cleared right here gives us a much better line of sight. Just past this, that first curve, there's been 3 deaths. So I know it's a tricky intersection, but the people, those of us that live there know it's tricky,
Okay,
and we don't pull out, we inch out, you know what I'm saying?
you see my concern.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay, number 14, motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All right.
Thank you.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you for residents that came.
Yes.
It's usually very lonely. Come back.
I'm sure you are,
Come back.
And, you know, kudos to your guys, because they have been wonderful.